All in's bot. All right, we got the packs. Cost control, likely good for Pants here. Maybe even a Rhino spec. Depends what you like better for War Factory, I'm assuming. And Yoda's got, yikes, packs. Supply spec, I guess, but he's standard Andy, so maybe he doesn't want balls because they do nothing. But maybe he just wants the monies. Pants wants the Rhino spec. Does not like cost control, it seems, because like Storm openers are really strong, I think. So he must not like cost control that much. And Yoda's taking supply spec. Not allowed to bet on Twitch. Oh, rip. Yeah. Some countries, I guess you're banned. Let's close the Chatterinos. And let's all in our monies on 501's hopes and dreams. I have no insight on this account, so if I lose, I lose. There's no bias casting here. It's nothing personal. We just 501, 301, you know, you just gotta rep. Gotta rep the boys. You gotta rep the boys. So we got some vertical sledges, vertical balls, which is interesting. And looks like Yoda opts for just more crawlers. He just wants a fuck ton of crawlers. Not really too concerned about fangs. He's probably going to buy storm colors for these fangs. And interesting that he opted for vertical, though. Vertical balls. I don't hate it. It's interesting. He's likely to sell off the balls, though. Although this ball positioning is as if you're expecting a rush, it seems. Usually you would put your balls a little bit back, maybe. I don't know. And Pants wants another sledge. Interesting. Instead of buying more chaffs, he just wants another sledge. Maybe he's expecting a rush. Maybe that is the read. So round one. Starting off. No clear from Yoda here, but his balls know exactly where they need to go. So he has some pretty good positioning here. Crawler's eating the fangs alive. Balls are eating up the sledges. Although in a standard v standard, I would prefer being the sledge player over balls, because balls doesn't really do anything other than tank, and sledges are just good to have around. You don't have to really commit into sledges, but they're just like good chaff. Like if there's ever a melter, and you do well into decent into storms with levels. So likely going to be storm color buys from both sides. Yoda takes a mass prod sledge and buys 3 sledges. Wow. It's a pretty strong turn. Unfortunately, Pants is unlikely to take mass prod sledge himself because he has 3 sledges and he'd be blowing away $300 unless he sells every single one, which is still a lot of tempo loss. So he's probably likely to skip here. Maybe he's debating mass sledge, but you're 3 sledges deep. A lot of your supply is gone. You don't want to lose 300 supply round 2, right? I think. Wonder what he's thinking about, though. Takes a skip. Probably buying 2 storms. Okay, instead of 2 storms, he wants 2 phoenixes. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying 2 storms. Into his current board state, like before the sledges, storms would probably just miss all the crawlers. I mean, it's still good to have storms, but Pants is going to win the round due to no anti-airs. So this is good. Lines up the phoenixes with the balls. Takes them out a little bit faster here, since they're very vulnerable. But Pants, I wonder what Pants is going to do about the sledges. Is it Vulcan? It's likely going to be Vulcan, I think. Or just Phoenix spam. Phoenix spam. or Vulcans would be my guess for how to deal with Mass Broad Sledge. Don't know how hard Yoda's going to commit into it, right? But so Yoda does lose, or Pants does lose right side, but Phoenixes end up clearing up the round, saving him a lot of HP, which is really meaningful into Mass Broad Sledge, because those things still hit for 200 HP. That's like just a lot of damage if you keep spamming them. Yoda, Spell Andy wants a Rhino Assault on the flank, and probably going to see a skip from Pants. Maybe he wants the Rhino Assault, but unlikely. And Yoda wants 2 Mustangs for anti-air, which is interesting. He doesn't get his own Phoenixes into sledges. He opts for Mustangs for 1 to help better clear the Fangs. So I think you can make the argument you can go both ways, Phoenixes or Mustangs. So it looks like we got a skip from Pants. And we're opting for 2 storms to take care of the sledges. Add some shield break. I think this is a reasonable call. Maybe he puts, so it looks like he's putting money into sledges just to save it. And like leveled sledges is good into his board. Good into Mustang, good into sledge, good into balls, right? But it looks like he's going to get a free tower, though. So this could hurt a bit, the debuff. But this will get a lot of levels, though, on the balls and the Mustangs. Specifically, the Mustangs is the problematic part, I think. Missile does not kill the Stormcaller. I'm pretty sure that's safe. I'm pretty sure you can put it on the line too, and it's safe. A lot of damage though, and some meaningful levels, I would imagine, right? Mustangs get levels? No Mustang levels. Okay, just sledge levels, which who cares, really? Mass Broad Sledge levels, not that threatening, I think. So it looks like we're holding the heavy armor on the Rhino. Wonder what he's gonna put that on if he sells it. Maybe he's looking to keep it, but so there is an EMAG Blast in Orbital. So probably would like to shield that. Pants is putting his heavy armor Rhino far left away from the balls and looking to get some tank value on the left side. Yeah, missile radius is 4.5, so the storms live. Yeah. Oh, we're getting a sell from Pants here. What are we selling? Selling off the Phoenix. So my read is that it's War Factory Gaming. Probably doing the math to make sure he has enough for next turn, but who knows? Interesting, he's using oil though. Slow down right side balls. I think he just wants to reduce how much HP damage he takes, I think, maybe. Buy another Stormcaller to deal with the Mustangs as well. And deal with the sledges. And it looks like Yoda unlocked a War Factory already. So this could be a War Factory 1v1 here. On round 5. The oil, though, does so much work on just like, look at these storm volleys here. Just so good. Looks so delicious. I like this play. This is like a what do you call it? An efficient way to deal with the right side for now. I think he's just buying time for War Factory. And this Rhino does get left tower here. So, if I had to make the guess whose board is better into War Factory right now, I think... I mean, it looks pretty close. Although there's Stormcallers on Pants' side, so I think it's probably better for Pants. If you both go War Factory right now. So, Missile Strike or Skip is the play here. Both taking Missile Strike is just too valuable. And now it is time for Big War Factory Daddy. Summoning Phoenixes on left side, his strong side. Also, it would be annoying to put the factory into oil. Now I would imagine Pants is selling a Rhino, or a Sledge, probably a Rhino, into War Factory. So there it is, War Factory. Both summoning Phoenixes, I guess. Could also summon Sledges. Don't know what's better into the mirror, though, initially. And the best tech you probably want in a War Factory mirror is EMP Phoenix. It looks like selling a Sledge over the Rhino, which is an interesting choice. And summoning Phoenixes. And looks like Yoda's utilizing his Missile Strike to get a free tower, which is a nice play. And Yoda's, or Pants' Missile Strike is going to hit a nice Mustang here. Interesting, we unlock a mobile beacon to make sure we get tower as fast as possible, but looks like flank will go through fast enough. Another Sledge going down for free. So Rhino's just getting blasted in the face by a War Factory. Right side is slowly going down due to the flank. So this should allow Yoda to get a lot of meaningful damage off and win the War Factory mirror. Pants, I don't think he has defense. Oh, they both have defense, tower defense. So they're both, their War Factories are 200k. And that's a pretty big deal to win their War Factory round here. It was all due to the flank. I wonder how it would have played out without it. Pants down to 1.1k HPs. So this could go any way here. Pants wants the shield airdrop. And so does Yoda. Pants is selling off the Rhino, which makes sense because the Rhino's not going to be doing anything into the War Factory. And so Pants wants EMP on his Stormcallers, which is interesting because that's going to bait out an AM response and put the War Factory gamer behind, which is interesting. Interesting way to go about things. Wonder if he'll borrow for a summoning of some sorts. Yoda is borrowing, though, and he's putting 2 War Factories on one side, summoning 2 techs. So I wonder if this Stormcaller play will do the trick. And Yoda, though, has EMP Phoenixes. So EMP Phoenixes double War Factory, double tech, versus EMP Storms, War Factory summoning just Phoenixes. Potentially summoning balls or sledges, though. We'll see if he wants it. All right, balls it is. So identical War Factories, although the War Factories on one side versus split. We'll see if that makes a difference. And moving our Phoenix over to left side So it looks like left side is just outproducing, has so much chaff, so much garbage. So I would imagine that's enough to plow through left side. And once you get one tower as the War Factory gamer, you just win. And EMP is stopping production on the left War Factory. Both the left side War Factories, Jota's War Factories, are very healthy, not taking much damage here. Only now they're getting targeted. But right side tower will go down. Two War Factories versus one. You'd imagine how this ends here. But the Stormcallers are EMPing one War Factory. But it's not going to be enough. One War Factory going down, though, is probably enough to keep Pants in the game, though. Yeah, so if that War Factory didn't go down, this would be game over. So I would imagine now, Jota may be baited into taking AM, the AM tech. And Pants is probably going to be selling off the sledges. But it looks like Jota just has so much more chaff on the board since he got mass broad sledge. Pants is looking to borrow here. I'd imagine both parties are going to keep borrowing until this game ends. So Jota doesn't really care about this Stormcaller EMPs, and he's just going to buy another War Factory on the right side to slow it down. So basically almost identical boards, the difference being EMP Phoenix, which I think may be a better call here. It's just efficient. It doesn't cost anything else, and it's more likely to EMP, I think. Not entirely sure, though. I don't have experience with the mirrors. But it's it's basically 3 War Factories. Both are taking temp range. Pat's actually committing harder into Stormcaller EMPs. We'll see if that's enough to make a difference. We got 58 people here on a tourney match. That is pretty epic. That's basically better than an Asia weekend finals, or at least close. And he just buys 1 AM, which is interesting. This Rhino, not going to accomplish much, but right side is going in pretty fast since it's got speed. We'll see if the Stormcallers, though, are helping clear the chaff a little bit fast here. And Jota is producing shittier sledges. Oh, wait, actually, no, he's not producing sledges. He's just summoning balls, my bad. But all the War Factories, except the middle, are EMP'd. So all of Jota's War Factories are EMP'd, and Pants' right War Factory is still alive. Okay, I lied. EMP's going off. This is a War Factory duel. Still a pretty close game here. The EMPs will go off. And Pants is still in the game. 1.2k. So this could be anyone's match now. Basically have identical boards in terms of War Factories. Bombard is indeed Bombard, so you probably take it, do a lot of damage, clear up the chaffs. It's going to be hard to shield into War Factory. Now, we got oil, we got orbital, we got missile strike. Both parties orbitaling at the same side. There is War Factory levels that can be taken on left side. I think War Factory levels are very meaningful in mirrors. It just allows you to output way more damage and kill faster. Looks like Pants is going to use oil to slow down on the left side. Jota is leveling both of his war factories. So that is pretty scary. Pants does not want levels, it looks like, on his war factory. He would prefer more summonings over the levels. So he has 1 level 2 war factory, 2 level 1s, and we got 2 level 2s, 1 level 1. So I wonder, I'm pretty sure that levels just beat everything, but we will see. Because yes, there's more chaff, but these things hit pretty hard, right? Orbital though is coming down on both sides. Mective balls from Jota here. That could be scary, but some of the balls are getting EMP'd due to Stormcallers. Looks like right side is going in pretty fast here. But the oil is slowing him down. No EMPs from Pants here. Both his Stormcallers are dead, so he can't EMP while EMPs go off for Jota. So that's probably the difference maker here. That will allow Jota to win this round, it looks like. Damn. EMP Phoenix is probably the most important thing in the mirror. And game 1 going to Jota here. That is unfortunate. Ripperonis, pepperonis, EMP source is gone. No bait from Jota either on the AMs. My insight is back to 1, as always. So game 1 going to 301 Jota. No pussy betting here. Packs are up. Pants has Giant Spec and Rhino Spec. Jota has Supply Spec. That's about it. Potentially Elite. Don't know how confident he is in Elite or Factoring though. We will see. Rhino Spec from Pants. And Supply Spec from Jota. It is just the rule of Mechabellum. If one party has Stormcallers, the other has Phoenixes. It's just how the tables turn. 501, best region. I have no insight. Partially due to 501. So let's fix that. Bro. Video game. Stonks. Very important that I spam the insight button for Pants. And it looks like Pants bought 2 crawlers here. And Jota also bought 2 crawlers. Crawlers is good into storms, so it just makes sense. And Jota is stockpiling his Phoenixes to one side instead of doing symmetrical deployment. Interesting that Pants opts for crawlers. Into Arclights and Phoenixes. But crawlers are just good chaff and storm mirrors anyway, so it's good to have anyways. So Pants, of course, is going to have to get some Phoenixes of his own. Or maybe he'll just do late Fangs, but we will see. Round 1 going to Jota. Got some interesting cards here. Subsized Callers. Fortunately, just too good for Jota to miss because, well, he wants Callers anyway, so might as well make some shmoneys. And Missile Strike from Pants likely on Phoenix pack here. Pants has to worry about anti-air this turn, so he can't buy 2 Phoenixes due to taking Missile Strike. But Missile Strike is just too good. And he's opting to kill Crawler and luckily gets a Stormcaller pack as well. At least half a pack. And Jota is purchasing 1 additional Crawler along with his 2 Storms. Pants wants a Phoenix of his own. And another pack of crawlers. So it's interesting that Pants is now focusing right side a little bit more, while his left side is a little bit weaker. Is there going to be War Factory again? It's always War Factory in Standard, pretty much. Like, basically you're prepping for it, or you're not, depending on what your opponent does, but that's generally how the game goes right now, it feels. It's just so strong. And the counterplay to it is, I don't think you can, like, efficiently counter it. It's better just to go into your own War Factory, I think. That's my takeaway, at least. I may be bad at the video game, but that's how we feelings. All right, round 2 going to Jota again, due to the birds living. Practice Wasp counter to War Factory? That's horrible. Don't do it. Mustangs just, like, will always win in the end. Jota immediately takes a barrier here and buys 2 more Stormcallers. He's got them on sale, so why not? Why not? And Pants opting for a heavy armor, likely to go on the Rhino. Pants got that mobile beacon ready to go. Gonna get some good value here since there's 4 Stormcallers. And another bird from Pants to help out left side. Looks like he got attack as well. So Jota's got 4 Stormcallers, same amount of chaff, and same amount of birds, same amount of arcs. So Jota's position looks a little bit better here. Looks like Phoenix will get right tower, though, since it's a bit vulnerable. I wonder if Pants sees 4 Stormcallers and already thinks of, like, getting AM War Factories, or I wonder what's, like, his threshold. I believe it's, like, 4 unteched is his threshold. I'm not entirely sure, though. Shield device spec is good. Orbital bombardment, though, is a pretty strong card to take. Does a lot of damage. And Pants wants it. I would imagine Jota wants it as well. Really strong into a Phoenix board as well. Some high value schmissels. Looks like Jota wants Amp Core, so likely Vulcan Gaming will commence. Vulcan Barrier and Vulcan Amp Core is pretty strong items to have. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what card you get or what tech or anything. No matter what tables turn in your favor, Wasps are still shit. The problem is it just gets hard countered so hard by Mustangs. Like, even levels techs, like, it doesn't even matter. The Mustangs will just mow you down, unfortunately. Like, I wish, but it doesn't seem serious. And it looks like Pants buys more Stormcallers of his own here. He has 4 Stormcallers, and he paid 200 for them. And nice shield timing with Orbital, though. I like it. But Orbital will take out some Phoenixes, and that's all that really matters to win a round here. So we got 2 birds alive. Right side tower will go down. All that matters, though, is are all the birds alive, essentially. So next turn will be the War Factory turn, potentially. And it looks like Jota is opting to be the defensive player and go Vulcan Ignite, is my read. A lot of HP damage, though. An immediate skip from Pants. He doesn't care for range spec. He probably just wants to save his money for a War Factory time. And there it is. Sells the Phoenix over the Rhino. It's interesting because the Rhino is getting some value, at least initially. So might as well see what he does to it. Still going to die to a War Factory, but... Pants made sure he had enough for this turn, and Jota does not. So it looks like it'll be an attack, defense, War Factory scenario. And we're getting Phoenix summonings to ensure the round. Balkan, Amp Core, though. Interesting that Jota takes a range spec, which is a reasonable card to take, but sells off his Phoenix left side to move it to right side. Which is weird. Don't entirely understand that. He could have just bought another one, but... It's time for War Factory, though. That is for sure. So this Crawler buys a lot of time for the Stormcaller. A lot of wasted volleys here. It looks like the Rhino is going to do a lot of work, buy a lot of time, distract the Vulcan. Yeah, that Rhino's putting in overtime here with the heavy armor, 82k. And this War Factory side is winning pretty hard here. So Pants is looking like he's in a very solid position here. Vulcan Gamer has Ignite. So that's definitely something to think about, but we'll see how much that matters. So Jota down to 1.2k HPs. Pants in a pretty healthy position here. And Jota's got a big problem on his hands. Likely, I mean, Lightning Storm could just win you the game here. But Pants may want to just develop his board a little bit better. Just play long game since he's in a good position. Both. You could take it, you could not take it. Just depends. Looks like Pants wants to take it. Wants to close out the match now. Doesn't want to fuck around. Think he should Lightning Storm left side, I guess, and just hard focus it. And then if you win one tower, you just win the video game. Getting range, Ignite from Jota. Getting a Boro. Getting an Underground on the Crawlies. And Pants opts for just another War Factory. But it's on right side to take care of the Vulcan. So what is Pants gonna do with his extra $100? He just shields, just one shield. Will he borrow? Or is he playing super economics? Interesting that he takes Lightning Storm. He saves Lightning Storm. I think that's calculated. Maybe ran out of time. I don't necessarily know, but we got 3 Vulcans here with range ignite. We'll see if it's enough to lock on. The shields are going to buy him some time here. Vulcan on the right is going to town. Vulcan on the left. Putting a lot of work here. Right side factory goes down. Left side factory goes down. So it looks like Vulcan ignites, putting in work, and the Subterranean Crawlers just buy enough time for the Vulcans to do their thing. So pretty clean round here for Jota. Interesting that there's still a Lightning Storm on the board. Maybe he wasn't confident that the round was over. Maybe he skipped, like he forgot, ran out of time. Because he didn't borrow for range or speed or nothing. Like he didn't take anything. So likely it's a ran out of time scenario. So this game could go either way. Pants does need to win here if he wants to stay in the video game. Jota taking a smoke bomb. Could be meaningful if it is not shielded. And we're getting a double missile. Take out the Stormcallers as well. Looks like Pants sold off the Rhino. Jota is not borrowing here for some reason. Oh wait, he still has money left. Okay, he got temp range and he has range spec. And Pants is just buying more war factories, I would imagine, with techs. We got some ball summonings. Maybe we'll see a Phoenix EMP. I think Phoenix EMP is pretty good. And more Phoenixes are being purchased to help with the chaff clear. Make sure he wins the air war with range. And now the Lightning Storm does come down left side. Pants is running out of time. $150 left to spend. Mobile Beacon going to tower here. Will he shield the smoke? No, he will not. Looks like he's running out of time again. Pretty meaningful missiles going down, slowing down the factory, taking out Stormcaller. Lightning Storm, though, breaking shields. Killing some Phoenixes. Right side factory is being ignited. But left side tower is going in. One factory alive is really all you need to win the video game. We'll see if it's enough. Pants is still pretty healthy though, so he can lose this round. Now, once the factory is alive and the tower goes down, it's basically game over. Because infinite chaff. Late game is just like unstoppable, right? Jota down to 286 HP. Now, if you don't kill this war factory by this time, it's pretty rough. Both sides want to take nuke though. Nuke is just so strong for Pants because, well, it's very unlikely that Jota keeps his shields. But we will see. It's also going to take out Phoenixes, so this nuke seems like it's more impactful for Pants. Jota borrows for range. And it looks like Pants is selling off the left factory and going to focus hard right side. Nuke goes in. All he needs is tower to go down, and he should be able to do infinite production. But he wants a war factory in the middle, it seems, in a safe place, away from the Vulcans. Wonder if he'll click EMP Phoenix or if he'll just buy another factory. He still has Boros here. Will he shield the nuke? So we got 4 war factories. Infinite production. We'll see if it's enough. This will strike a nice Crawler Phoenix pack. Pretty high value. This late into the game. Oh, wow. We're going for the triple mobile beacon into Narnia strat. Which is a way to run away from Ignite. Don't know if it's enough, though. I wonder if the nuke will even go off. Unlikely that the nuke goes off. Since there's only 1 war factory going in. So this nuke is pretty safe. It's going to get some Phoenix. Holy shit, sorry. It got some Phoenixes and it got a Vulcan. So still an impactful nuke. And we got the war factory summoning a bajillions of shit. But right side war factory will go down. He's dying for the team, for the homies. For maximum production. He's hoping that Jota has to walk through the smoke himself as well. And look at this infinite garbage bud. Now the factories are back to normal routine. Going back about their day. Right side tower will go down though. Will this be enough? Doing the war factory dance. This guy is stuck. Doing the 360 no scopes. Factories are being ignitioned. Left side tower though is still safe. Left side tower though goes down. Both towers going down. And we got the trash alive to just clean up everything. So Pants is burning money out of the wazoo with his war factories. Will he have enough money to close it out here? It's kind of a crazy game. I think Pants maybe wants to Photon Rush, potentially. I don't know. He doesn't have the best clear, so it takes a while to get in. Jota has 1,500 monies, and Pants has like 1,000. But maybe this is worth it. Is it worth it? We will say. Triple summoning 4 war factories, though, with Orbital. That's kind of scary, though, regardless. You gotta love Orbital. And pretty meaningful fire, assuming it actually goes off. Why not respawn Phoenixes? Because people don't run that usually, especially with everyone having EMP. But it would require him to actually tech EMP. Alright, EMP Phoenixes though from Pants, I'm assuming, right? So we can take away the Ignite and win the video game? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? EMP Phoenixes, hell yeah. Pants allergic to shield? Nah, he's just putting all his money into more important things, I think. Alright, he's shielding from the flames. Got range and speed. Jota's got range. 4 war factories summoning sledges, phoenixes, and balls. Will it be enough? Into 5 Vulcans with phoenixes. There is the EMP storms though. Will the EMPs hit? Right side EMP'd. Right side ignited. EMP's going off on all sides. But EMPing war factories a big deal. All the war factories are EMP'd. They are ignited. They are falling down. No production for you. Pretty good gut shot here. Right side tower will go down. And it's left to this EMP'd war factory to do everything here. Damn, is this enough though? Holy shit, 500. Sorry, 52 HPs left. Range on war factory is not something you want to tech here because you have better things to do, generally. A pretty close game here. Pants does not want to leave the video game. Parasitic, though, is probably game ending here. So anti-missile goes off, which is very good. It should stop all the Stormcaller EMPs because there's infinite, like there's literally 4, 8, 16 anti-missile devices on board against like 5 Stormcallers. So that's definitely more than enough. But Parasitic might be the game changer here. If a War Factory goes down, it summons 70 crawlers with Subterranean, which is going to take a bajillion years for a War Factory to kill. Of course, Jota needs to win that round. He EMP Storms, right? Because now AM's just going to go off, but we'll see if Parasitic is enough. We got 6 Vulcans. We got levels on the Vulcans. We got levels on the factory. We got Boros. We got range. So it looks like Jota bought another Stormcaller. So that is a wasted investment, since anti-missile is going to be teched. We'll see if the blue factory with anti-missile will be enough, or will Parasitic just win for freeze. I'm assuming War Factory Gamer wins, though. No EMP on the birds, which is surprising. That would be the better EMP source from the beginning. But Parasitic is just causing so much problems here. Left side is going down. Ignite is going off here. Left side tower will go down. Maybe not. I was kidding. Right side War Factory goes down, though. And Parasitic Vulcan is going to get a pounded. Middle War Factories, though, are dropping. No Parasitic, though, on left side. Can the blue War Factory keep Pants in the video game? Maximum production. All right, right side tower's going down. The Vulcan's coming in here. Will it be enough? Can the Vulcan lock on with Ignite? Looks like it will. But the chaff, can the chaff close out the video game? Holy fuck. Pants is still in the video game. Holy shit. War Factory, you don't need War Factories. You just need a new fucking army that you just created out of your ass. Holy shit. Round 2 goes to Pants. What the fuck was that game? Holy fuck. I would punch my monitor if I was Jota. The picks are up. We've got Rhino Spec, probably from Pants. And we've got some pretty dog shit specs from Jota here. I would be pretty pissed with this opening. Everyone sucks. Like, Marksman Spec is your best pick, to be honest. It's not horrible, but not ideal. And Pants actually opts for Giant Spec over Rhino Spec. We'll save him $200 on the War Factory. All right, let's make sure we get our bets in, bud. Pants is blue, we got to make sure. Get your bets in. Get your balls in. Get your insight in. Only big bets here. Go big, go home. We got to support the boys. The boys. All right. All right, all my tickets are in. We've got Fang Phoenix versus Arclight Phoenix Marksman Crawler. Got some middle fangs to pull the chaff. And likely going to get... probably want Arclights, but maybe you want more chaff. It's either way, I think. Alright, we're getting Arclights from Pants here, and it's going to be really good into the crawlers. And Yoda likes to put all his snipers on one side to win the side hard. So we're pulling all to one fang here. Arclight's gonna clean up everything. But with all this sniper firepower, right side should win for Yoda. It would be hilarious if a traditional sports announcer was calling their bet in the game they were Brock. Yeah, I know. I have no bias in my casting. But we got to rep 501. You can't deny 501 as the best region, okay? It's just facts. So right side tower will go down. An orange man is going to work here. One fang at a time. My graphic settings are on low, so this looks beautiful. You got this, orange man. One fang at a time. Orange man is better than a pack of fangs. It's just facts. Moral of the story is Phoenix EMP is better than Storm EMP. It is, indeed. Insta skip from Yoda here. Probably want to skip from Pants. Yeah, I have small animations turned off, so it looks really shit. But there's an art style to it. Look at these stationary fangs. One day I'll upgrade my PC. So Yoda's got skip for 2 storms, which is going to be good into an entire board of Fang arc. And maybe Pants probably wants to do the same thing. We will see. Save up tourney wins to get new PC? Yeah. Just have to win every single tournament. No big deal. All right. All right, skip for Pants here. Will we get Stormcallers? Already unlocks the War Factory, so you know what's on his mind here. More Fangs and more Phoenix. I like it. Make sure to slow down the right side with the Fang. And win left side pretty hard with all the Phoenixes. But Stormcallers are going to do a decent amount of work here for Yoda. When you say a new PC, are you talking like a 1K PC or a 2K PC? Canadian dollars, so 7,000 million Canadian dollars. I probably would get like a high-end one so I can just like not have to worry about buying things for a while, right? The right side tower will go down since Yoda's side is pretty strong here. Not losing too much HP damage for Pants. He's probably just playing endgame War Factory. Snow Mexico pesos, basically. Alright, Missile Strike probably taken for both sides here. It's just too valuable. Taking out a Stormcaller Crawler pack and taking out a Fang Phoenix pack. So pretty even trade of Missile Strikes. Pants is now buying Crawlers as chaff to be better equipped against the Stormcallers. Looks like he's going for the mobile beacon play, since there's already 3 Stormcallers on board. And already getting a Phoenix range here. That could be enough to like keep you in the game. Like to win a round at least. What do I need to upgrade? I need everything. I have like a 7-year-old PC essentially. I probably have enough saved. I just never looked into what the price is of PC parts, right? So it looks like these ranged Phoenixes did a lot of work here. They took out the arc lights pretty fast and allowed a lot of his fangs to stay alive, even though they're Stormcallers. Although Phoenix range makes EMP more expensive later on. And as a War Factory player, you're likely going to get EMP, but he probably also wants to not take 1 billion HP damage, right? Oh, 7K was not a serious remark. I was just making fun of the fact that Canadian dollars is a lot more expensive than US. Only graphics card. Okay, okay. What's a 4090 go for? Or whatever what's the best graphics card? Alright, skip from Jota here. Maybe Pants wants ER, maybe not. Makes his Phoenixes hit a little bit less. But Phoenix range also makes your Phoenixes stay behind your factory, I think. But allows your Phoenixes to do more stuff. Guess there's trade-offs there. Will we see a round? When do we get in this War Factory? Round 5? $2K? Wow, okay. So I can render this Mechabellum game at 80 frames. Amazing. We're getting Stormcallers and some Phoenix levels here from Pants. And another Arclight for better clear. But we're getting an early Subterranean. Interesting. Help with the chaff clears, or like make the chaff better into Arclights, because Arclights are going to have to take, I think it's like 2 shots, 3 shots to kill Subterranean crawlers. Yeah, 2 shots, it looks like. Phoenix range, though, is just winning him round after round, it looks like. It just, like, his Phoenixes go in to die, and if all the anti-air is dead, you just win the round for free. So I think it's a pretty good call here to take range early. Orange Man is feeding? I don't think it's that big a deal. Alright, will we get range from Jota? Wow, no range from Jota here. Looks like it's going to be a War Factory mirror matchup yet again. Surprising. Orange Man is gone and Phoenix production is up. Will Pants be buying the War Factory now? He has enough for Phoenix Tech. Told me on Reddit, Storm's War Factory is not OP. Yes, Reddit, the place for the highest, the best players all spend all their time on Reddit. And Steam forums. All right, War Factory's coming out. Both round 5 here. Will it go on the same side? Summoning Phoenixes with range. And it's going to go left side. So in a War Factory mirror, you want EMP Phoenix. So an EMP Phoenix costs 400. And it costs only 200 for Jota since range was teched. So maybe costly. Maybe put him a little bit behind in that regard. But War Factories are on the opposite side of the board here. Looks like Jota has more chaff, so he's winning the ground war. And he's winning right side pretty hard here. Subterranean crawlers are making a big deal here. So War Factory will win right side. Pants is put in a maybe not the most ideal spot, since I think his ground is a little bit weaker than Jota's. Right? Because there's like a bunch of crawlers with subterranean and not the best clear. And then Stormcallers take out the Fangs pretty early. But it looks like both sides are taking enhancement module, doing the stonks off the Stormcallers. And just going to put all their money into the War Factory. And looks like Yoda's going for more summons. And it's got EMP Phoenix already. So since he doesn't have to worry about range, he can afford it a little bit earlier. And Pants opts for more War Factories in the mirror instead of more techs, which is an interesting choice. I think more War Factories is better, I think. But it is more costly initially, right? Because the upkeep is 300 versus 150. But Giants, Pants is Giant spec, right? So he does have some extra money unlocked for that. All right, 2 War Factories double summoned. I think that is indeed better than 1 War Factory. Less summons. And Yoda's buying more Stormcallers here, which is interesting. Pants is borrowing for range, or borrowing for double shield. So there's more War Factory gaming being done on Pants' side, but Jota does have, I think, a better board state overall outside the War Factory. But all that really matters at the end of the day is the War Factory, so we'll see how it plays out. EMP Phoenixes, though, will make a big difference here. Already 1 War Factory is EMP'd, so no more production. But there's a million birds already online here. That adds more DPS to the board. And 2 War Factories, again, better than 1 War Factory. So a lot of HP damage will be done here. Unless his War Factory ends up dropping for some reason. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that would have ended the game. Holy shit. That one last Stormcaller volley kept Jota in the game here. Pretty rough. Pants probably punches monitor. Orbital bombardment, though, is taken from both sides here. And more factories are being produced. Not even close. True. More Stormcallers are being purchased, being sold. Sorry, no purchase, just sell. And orders from both sides. Fortunately, Pants gets to keep his shields here. Stonk the Storm, I think, right? All right, boring for range and speed and triple factory. Double summon versus 2 factory triple summon. And we're going for a pretty ballsy tower push here. He's probably reading an extra war factory here. And we're going for the rush. The war factory rush. Will it be enough to close out the tower and win the game, basically? This is the final round of the MechaMasters tourney. You got oil on right side to slow down the production. Jota does have EMP Phoenixes though, so that is important to note. But this tower is indeed wide open here. Orbital bombardment. Doing a lot of damage here, taking out some Phoenixes on both sides. This war factory is immediately EMP'd, so maybe not the best move here. Would have got more value producing more shit in the back, but he went for the plays. War factory on right side though. Looks like it's winning the duel. But there's more production. On left side here. Pretty even match. Right side war factory goes down though. So no more EMPs, and this is infinite production. This is just like game over here. Left side war factory also goes down. So more war factories is better than less war factories. It's just simple mathematics. Pants is the winner of the MechaMasters tourney. That was a hell of a war factory match here, and 501 again reigns best region of all time. Nothing new, nothing new. We already knew this. Pants is just securing it, bringing the point home. And my insight also goes up. This is exciting. Jota has been pantsed. Indeed, indeed.